Howdy, this is Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you from the island of Puerto Rico where I just decided to retire. I'm smoking a nice 1940s Falcon and smoking a Codger blend. That's what I want to talk about. What are Codger blends? Now, in the last century, I was a tobacconist. I worked with many people that were a lot older than me, who also taught me. Customers that also told me what Codger blends were, or they considered Codger blends were. From the 1930s, I had a great gentleman named Lester, who was a World War II veteran, who was in Pearl Harbor. At the time, as a young man, later on, he became a tobacconist and a salesman for many of these countries, selling Codger blends across America. Codger blends consisted of Virginia and Burley-based tobacco, American tobacco, not European tobacco. If anybody tells you this is a Codger blend and it's not American tobacco, it is not considered a Codger blend, nor is it ever sold at drugstores. The regular Tom, Dick, and Harry workman, anybody from a doctor, lawyer, workman, busboy, construction worker, police officer could go to any regular drugstore and buy these blends. These are some of the blends: Half and Half, Prince Albert, so Walter Raleigh, Granger, Carter Hall, and Captain Black. And there were other blends like Number 79 and many other blends that I just have forgotten. You know, there's not automatically in my memory, but these tobacco were Burley, Virginia based, or Virginia with Burley based. Some added anise, other added a little bit of molasses. But all these other additives that later on these pipe tobaccos have were not being used at the time. So the original blends were those like that were smoked interchangeably from cigarettes to pipe tobacco. There were some with Turkish blend cigarettes, Turkish blend tobacco that were being used, from Lucky Strikes to Camels. My uncles used to smoke, roll them. You could roll them up like American Spirits and smoke them without no additives added onto it, nothing that was considered addictive. The smell was quite different than what you smell these blends today. They were sold in American stores by salesmen that would go from one end of America to the other end. And the regular Joe Blow can walk in and buy it at any time. The pipes were American-made pipes. It wasn't an American thing. Codger blends are the first American smoking blends. Period. I'm dogmatic about it because that is the truth. How do I know it? The amount of customers I sold daily that were already in the 80s and 60s when I was in the industry would tell me. And you would have discussions. Oh, this guy would say Half and Half is better than Prince Albert. The other guy would say Carter Hall. Not only that, these blends had allegiances with people. I mean, if a customer came in, was looking for his Half and Half, he would not dare to smoke another blend. He was a Half and Half guy. That guy was a Prince Albert guy. And they would come and debate, and they would tell you and dare you to taste another blend. But it was all good. As a tobacconist, I had to taste all these blends. You know, my favorite was Half and Half, but I would also smoke Captain Black. To this day, I never tried Carter Hall. That was the only Codger blend I have not tried, which I have to try. Why I haven't tried? Because I thought, oh, it's got a Virginia Burley. And I had moved on because I tried most of all the other blends. And mixtures, number 79 and other names that were being smoked by famous people, not famous people. But these are the blends the customers, the regular Joe Blow working class people love to smoke. Even actors love to smoke these blends. And they became famous for their consistency. The Virginias, the Burley. Now you got all kinds of stuff. Cornell Deal adds all kind of stuff. But these are tried and tested American blends. Back then, and they're still the same today, because I'm about to order some half and half, and some Prince Albert, and some Carter Hall, and to keep it in stock. Do I like normal blends? These additives. Yeah, I like some of them. Some of them add little honey, little cherry. Middleton is probably considered a Codger blend now. I don't know. Depending. I don't know too many people that smoke Middleton's cherry mixtures anymore. They got all these new blends that have come out. They add this and they add that. They add whiskey, they add wine, they add all this other stuff. Codger blends didn't have all that nonsense that we do today. That's why they're considered Codger blend. You smoke half and half, tasted like half and half in the 1920s to the present. Not the same Burley. Some of it now is not aged like those who were aged, but it's Burley. It's Virginia. It has a little bit of anise or a little bit of molasses. And it's consistent. And the one thing about Codger blends, you can allow it to age. And it ages and smoothing out. And you could store it and come back in 10 years. If you like and smoking, it would taste a lot different. It's smoother. The tobacco age, and it was quality tobacco, Burley tobacco, Virginia tobacco. Those were the Codger blends that we still have them now. Half and half, Prince Albert, Carter Hall, a regular Captain Black, and some other blends. Those were it. The customers knew what they wanted. They were very accessible. They still are. A lot of these blends are well known, they're still very popular. Why? Consistency, quality of tobacco, no nonsense stuff. You want to smoke a nice Burley blend with Virginia? It's been tried and tested for over 50, 60, 70 years. You can't fool a Codger smoker. There's still some around. There's some still newbies around. They think they really know Codger blends. Unless you smoke all the different blends and try the different blends and use those blends to create other blends, you're not gonna know why they were so well done. You could take half and half and add Cavendish to it, half and half and add Perique in it, half and half and add Latakia to it, and you will see why these blends were so honored, why these blends were the best, because it was the foundation in which all these other blends came into existence. This is Sailor the Piper Man coming to you. I still love Codger blends, and they will be here. Foggy Morton came and gone. Codger blends are still around. Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man. Take it from me. I worked in the industry. I was a tobacconist, retired as a tobacconist, have a pension as a tobacconist. God bless.